so excited to see this new Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
Tobey Maguire?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Andrew Garfield.
No!
What?
Tom Holland. Flip, alright?
Flip. Spider-Man, Homecoming. Hey guys, Big Boy Night 589 here with
Bazinga from Gettekt.
We went to go see Spider-Man Homecoming today. Again, this is not a spoiler review. There is no spoilers in this one. We're going to give you our general thoughts on how this movie was. And we're going to start off with Miss Bazinga. How did you feel overall how Tom Holland handled Peter Parker?
I think he is so far the best Peter Parker.
I agree with you. I think Tom Holland Peter Parker, it kind of puts more into the thought process of how geeky and uncomfortable he was. Tom Holland does good, and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire did a good job too, but I think he does it to the next level though. It's just, it feels right. That's why I would describe it, and it's kind of takes right from the atmosphere from the Spider-Man franchise where he was a 14-year-old high school student. And there's no backstory to it, and that's what I like about this movie.
Oh yeah, we already know the story.
Yeah, we were told 300 or 400 times before, you know, how his mother and father killed in a back alley with a gun, and his wife. Oh wait, I'm sorry, it's Batman.
Yeah.
You know why? See, I got you confused now. No, it's good that they didn't do the backstory because it made it really easy to watch because you're not forcing it down someone's throat, the same story over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah. Plus half the movie wasn't the intro.
Yeah.
At the beginning of his life. You know, we didn't need that. It
was just right off the bat. It was just full of action. And you had what I like to call the crossover. You had someone from DC come to Marvel, which seems to be a very common theme in DC and Marvel now. You had the guy playing the Vulture.
Okay.
Michael Keaton. He played Batman. He played Batman a long time ago. Now he moved to Marvel. And it's amazing to see how many people are doing this. It's like Ryan Reynolds did it. Now Michael Keaton did it. And it's really good to see this. The movie itself, it was full pack with action. Spider-Man was actually probably... he was prominent in that movie all the way through. Unlike a lot of the other movies where it's like, it was just like, you know, backstory, other stories here, this, that. It was just Spider-Man. There you go.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about Aunt May?
I don't remember her being like this hot and sexy woman that like everybody's like speaking behind his back about.
They're Google and ogling around her like, oh God, Aunt May, you should come to me.
Nice old lady.
She started off old and she just gradually went younger and younger. Like if they ever reboot Spider-Man for the 4th time, you know she's gonna be a freaking toddler.
A teenager or something.
Yeah, it's goo goo gaga, Peter Parker, no.
No, bad.
I think it's most interesting to see the characters that were never in the Amazing Spider-Man and then the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man are in this movie. Like his friend, he does play a huge role in the Spider-Man franchise. It's just they never did it in the first 2 movies. He does eventually become Hobgoblin in one of the series. Now it's hard to tell which series they're following because there's so many characters in this movie that could become different people. He could become Hobgoblin. He cannot become Hobgoblin. You know, and then they introduced the Shocker. The Shocker was in this one, and he was short-lived because it wasn't like a lot of airtime, but they did kind of introduce the Shocker though. It's the beginning stages of what Shocker is going to be later on down the line. Did have the iconic yellow printed.
Yeah, the sleeve. Yeah,
that was really nice. What do you think about Michael Keaton's Vulture?
I haven't seen him in movies in a while, and he did really good. You know. He didn't overact.
Yeah.
It was good. It was nice to see him again.
He didn't have any bat nipples.
No. I don't think he had him in the first movies, but or maybe it was the second movie. I don't know. But no, he did really good. I really enjoyed his portrayal as a villain.
I think there's a spot in that movie right where Peter Parker is going to go to Liz's house for the prom, and this is the first time in the movie ever had this happen.
Homecoming.
Or to go to homecoming, where you as an audience member feels the awkwardness that's going on there. It's
but we don't want to go too deep into this.
Oh no, we won't go to spoilers, but you will feel the awkwardness for Peter Parker, and you will sit in the edge of the seat like, God, even my hands are clamming up. Like, oh. So I had 2 issues with the movie. There's a girl in the end who's introduced, which you guys will figure out when you watch it, and it's not giving any spoilers because that's an open-ended book to find out who she is. Didn't match my book. And then Flash Thompson. You didn't know Flash Thompson was a really prominent character in there at one point until I started to told you, right?
Yeah, I thought it was like the way it seemed. He was like the name stuck out.
Yeah,
but he was more of like this odd comedy relief type of character, but not comedy relief. He was just a side character.
Yeah, they cast the wrong person in my book for Flash Thompson. Although he did play a good job and a good attempt to do it, I won't down him all the way. I thought he did a very good job trying to portray it, but it just didn't feel right. It just felt awkward, you know. And it's probably one of the better Spider-Man movies I've seen throughout the time that I've seen Spider-Man.
I do enjoy Tony Stark as a mentor.
Yep.
That's awesome, and I really like his Tony Stark. I just like Iron Man. He's like the perfect role. It's another thing like how we lost Wolverine when we
lose Tony Stark, I'll be devastated.
Lose the actor, it's gonna be tough to fit those shoes.
The one thing that not many people are catching on to, but I caught on to, this is made by Sony Marvel Studios. It's Sony and Marvel. They're working together. Now, if you remember correctly, Sony is making the Venom standalone movie. Anyone catch on to possibly a crossover?
Maybe.
I mean, it sounds like more to their liking because now they can add more characters without putting into a backstory. Because Venom is supposed to be a full-length movie about Venom. Mm-hmm. Which would be great.
Now, is it really a crossover or just an extension of the Spider-Man franchise?
It might be an extension, but it might be a crossover depending on the actors that are in Venom.
Yeah.
Because if they had the same actors from this Spider-Man into their Sony Venom movie, then it would be a perfect setup for the extended universe into that movie.
Yeah.
But if it's different actors, it could be a crossover, you know?
Yeah.
It makes sense that way. So overall, out of a 1 out of 5, what would you give the movie?
I give it a 4.5.
4.5. It's a fair rate right there. I would definitely give it a 4. The 0.5, 4.5 wouldn't work for me, only for the fact, like I said, I have 2 issues, and I'm very picky with my Spider-Man movies. If you mess up one little thing, it just throws me off. So if the Flash Thompson and the other character and then making Aunt May basically the talk about woman in the town. No.
But I did really like the spider suit.
Oh, the spider suit was amazing.
Not gonna say anything about it, but it's awesome.
Yes, very good. If you guys like that video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, and follow me on social media. Definitely subscribe to Gettekt over here. We have some more content coming out. Hopefully we have some more new series on the way for you too. I know we're talking about the murder mystery thing. Mm-hmm. That's going to be fun to do. And then I have a couple of new series headed on the way. So, signing off, guys.
Later.